Alrighty, dighty, and we are back for another PMV commentary. It is interesting to me that I somehow, in my little set of notes here, ended up doing most of the full PMVs first and pairing most of the full PMVs together, and then sticking most of the smaller stuff together. But that's just kind of how it worked out. So today we are commentating Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Spiral. So starting off with Blood, Sweat, and Tears, uh, I was kind of proud of the way I did this content warning, to be honest. I was thinking I didn't like the plain screen, so I liked that it was kind of integrated with the PMV itself, but it's kind of hard to do that because you need to have the opportunity to do it. I liked this song, I liked the choice, I liked The Cog is Dead. I thought it was really fitting for the trees leaves in particular, and I just wanted to. This one's mostly actually focused on their relationship with the forest itself, though it does touch a bit on Mauser, which is why I paired it with Spiral. So we see here Red the Pathfinder, and the moth is kind of a representation of like the beauty of the forest and curiosity. Red the Pathfinder finds the shard, which produces fire. It is actually, in earlier drafts, literally just a piece of flint. And then I added a teensy bit of magic because I wanted to integrate clouders and claws fully with my other stories, and they have a magic system that I realized I could easily stick in here. So the trees leaves now have fire. And here, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself that I didn't just use the next set of characters, and I used some randos instead, but I wanted to make sure it was clear that a lot of time passed. But yeah, here's the next set of characters. And I love the father's design here. I was mad at myself that he's like a throwaway background character. And he has such a nice design. The Hawk, on the other hand, not as great. I just kind of was like, okay, I need it. It's the first taste of red here, because again, I love messing with color and like displaying things with color, so like, the Hawk is bright red and it clashes with the background yet again, because it's supposed to be dangerous and scary. Oh, voice crack. So then we have the Hawk grabbing him, and all of a sudden, snap! Background color change. You see the damaged moth kind of representing the death of the wonder of the forest as the kitten is taken away by the hawk. The father tries to get the kitten, but he does not. And then we have the falling feather, the feather that eventually gets passed down to Fetter. We actually see Fetter right there. And the feather itself, feather. But the feather is like sort of a representation of generational trauma, and it's like literally an heirloom, the same way generational trauma is an heirloom. So yeah, we have a quick fast forward through Mauser's betrayal, because it's not really the main focus here, but we do see it. And now we are returning to the forest. Because again, this is a focus on the relationship between the trees leaves and the forest. And we have the hawk is back, taking another baby. And we flash back to Fetter's father. Except this time, Fetter, rather than running away, is determined. The feather falls off. Fetter breathes fire because fire's kind of like. Oh boy, if I tried to explain fire symbolism, we'd be here all day. Sort of like righteous anger type thing, except it's not really righteous in some of the uses. It's life in other ways, like both Quint and Tanel have fire symbolism as well. Fire has fire symbolism. Tabith has water symbolism. Mauser probably should have water symbolism, to be honest with you. Snowball has, like, water and ice symbolism. It's... there's fun things. But yeah, so they Yeah, that's the PMV there. uh, which means, sorry for the swallowing noises. I cannot fight them; they just occur. That's just what you're gonna have to deal with. This is why I don't record like gameplay videos and stuff anymore, because 80% of it would just be me swallowing. uh, I like. I'm not even going to. We're gonna leave that where it is. Um, so then after that we have Spiral, and I'm actually going to play the original version because you guys won't be able to hear the audio anyway, so it doesn't matter. The adjustments are relatively mineral minimal. It's just some some timing stuff because I re-edited the whole PMV, but I didn't edit it from the ground up. I just replaced the audio and then I adjusted what I'd already done. So Spiral. Sorry, I should probably not be silent when I know the music's not sounding. This is one of the ones where I got the date wrong on the finish date. I think I accidentally left the year as the same one as uh, instead of making it 2024. Yeah. That's the problem with that. Um, no, and you can see what the original audio was supposed to be. I generally I like to use Content ID to force YouTube to give people money. So if it doesn't get claimed, I don't post it. Um, but yeah, so here we have Mauser's. Well, he's Leo at this point, but so Leo's mom dies. Um, and he decides that he is going to open that door. Uh, so he keeps going at it, and this is a moment where I could have done a little bit better. It probably would have been better to just flip it, but with this pacing, it works a little easier. I just wanted to like change the direction to show that something was different, but it didn't really actually work the way I was hoping. Anyway, he gets outside. Everyone's like, "What the heck? What is this?" They all gather around him because like he opened the door. They did the thing that he did the thing that they couldn't, and like actually set them all free. Except they've never been outside. They don't know how to hunt, so they're still all starving to death. Mauser is horrified by the death going on around him and horrified by the fact that everyone around him is also eating the dead people. um, so he leaves. He's not sure what to do. Um, this is just him kind of thinking about it, thinking about his mom. And then he hears a mouse. And in a moment of desperation, he actually pounces on the mouse and takes it down. And here we have like symbolism of Bowser and the mouse being one and the same. He's offering the mouse up to the group, but he's also offering himself up to the group. And he is afraid of them. That's what all of this like creepy scribbly eye stuff is. He's scared of them. He feels like a hunted mouse. He thinks they're going to eat him. um, so now here he is. He's leading the group. He's a bit older now. Still a kitten, though. I think I drew him as distinctly small. And here is Feder! Sorry, I love Feder. That was one of the shots that got really cut short for time, and I'm sad about it. I love this transition. It's kind of blast past it, but you can see Feder saying in the speech bubble like a flooded house, but I don't know how well that comes across. Then here's Mauser contemplating everything. We have like the mouse to show mouse catcher's idea, and then we have the leaf to show the tree's leaves. Here he's narrating about like they're both groups of cats. This is supposed to represent that somebody got burned by the fire. That's just symbolism that hooks into other stuff, like him becoming a. I, for a while, was trying to decide what kind of substance that was. For a while, it was just goo. Then I contemplated making it blood. Um, Either way, it ties into the water symbolism a little bit. It's just liquid at this point. It's not even water, it's just liquid symbolism. And we have the spiral arrangement kind of coming back a bit. And the spiral was chosen because of the song, but also, like, you think of, like, mind control, hypnotism, cycles. It was specifically, I was thinking of cycles and, like, self-destructive spirals. In this case, like, this is Mauser's self-destructive spiral. It is the start of the death spiral that is the mouse catchers. I liked the culty themes that the original song choice had as well, because, I mean, the mouse catchers are a cult. And then, of course, we have our final spot here. I just straight up put a foxglove bulb in the water to make it easier to tell what it was. Probably still can't, because I'm not too great at drawing foxglove bulbs. I figured, like, torn up petals or whatever wouldn't be as easy to figure out, but yeah, the implication there is that Fetter killed him with poisoned water. And that's it for those two. See you in the next one, whenever that shall be.